Welcome back, everybody, to the College Football 25 Teambuilder Dynasty with the Houma Bobcats. It is year 6, week 11, and we have a massive game on the schedule here in week 11 against the number 8 ranked Tennessee Volunteers. They're currently a top 6 SEC school. They come in 7-2. We come in off a good win against UL Monroe, but with back-to-back SEC losses, this game is going to be pivotal in turning this year around and finishing this year strong and getting us to the best possible finish that we can have. They have a really good quarterback in Marco Kimball, who is a redshirt senior. He's got 6 overall abilities. He's more of a pocket passer, but can run outside the pocket if need be. They've got a 1-2 punch at running back with Damian Herbig as the receiving back, and Caleb Yoboa as the elusive back, but Yoboa is going to miss this game due to injury, so Herbig is going to get the full-time starting role. They have plenty of weapons at receiver and tight end with Kwabena Hag and their 99 speed receiver Austin Conway. It's a very good roster. Their offensive line is actually one of the weakest that we've seen over the last couple of SEC games. So if we can get good pressure, I feel good about our chances to actually compete in a conference game this time around. But it's a sold-out crowd here in Week 11 at Neyland Stadium as we're going to see the offense first. Return brought out from the end zone, out to the 25-yard line by Enrique Cherador. And here we go, the 6-3 Bobcats against the 7-2 Volunteers. If we win this game, I think we have a chance to get back into the top 25. So this could be a really big game for the future of the year and how next year ends up opening up. We start with the run to Newcomb. He picks up 4 yards. Toughness rank here at Rocky Top is the rank number 13, so expect some offensive difficulties in terms of audibles, and we turn the ball over on the second play from scrimmage. Breda throws the INT, and Tennessee will take over at the 31-yard line. Not the start I was hoping for, as Terrence Blank is the player to make the play. He's a freshman corner, and he gives his offense the ball deep in Houma territory. 1st and 10, they'll hand it off to Herbig with the hole opening up. He lost it, and it is recovered by the Bobcats. And we get it right back. That was going to be like a 12-yard rush, but Herbig took a shot, and the ball was jarred loose. Who made this play? Could not see the number as the play was unfolding, but Vince Pike homes in with the big hits. The ball is clearly out before he's down, and it's like the INT never happens. 1st and 10 for the offense from the 11. Quick throw, Breda with back-to-back interceptions. Are you kidding me? And Tennessee gets it back. They're back in the red zone. 3 turnovers on 3 plays. Back to back to back. What is going on? Chris Prochet with the INT, also a freshman. 2 freshman corners making the plays for this Volunteer secondary. And now it's 1st and 10. Tennessee offense back out there, and they will throw it. The pass will not get off. It's going to be a sack for this defensive line. Tevin Hippenhammer comes through with the play. If we're going to play good defense and force turnovers, we're going to have to rely on this pass rush to beat the left side of this offensive line, which is the weakest part of this offensive line. That time, we took advantage of the right guard, and that's a nice play. If we can do that on a regular basis, I think we give ourselves the best chance to win. Now back to the 25-yard line. We bring a blitz, and they respond with a 24-yard completion. And it's goal to go Volunteers. They come out in the Wildcats. From the 1-yard line, they will keep it, and Herbig's going nowhere. More Wildcat formation. Now they will flip it, and they're going to lose a couple. Tackle made by Fanau Soto, and now it's an empty look. 3rd down and goal for Marco Kimball. He's back to throw. Pressure coming. Herbig just throws it away, and the defense stands tall and holds Tennessee to a chip shot field goal. So despite 2 turnovers, only 3 points on the board for the Volunteers. But they are able to strike first. We could be down by 2 scores right now. Thankfully not the case. But Breda has got to play better the rest of the way. If he can't, I might make a quarterback change. Just kind of depends on how the game unfolds here. But 2nd and 9. I want to see this offense come to life now. Breda completes the pass finally to Reggie Reese for a 1st down. And that'll get Breda 200 completed passes this season. From the 27, we're going to hand it off, but so far they've been all over it. Newcomb only picks up a yard. 2nd down, we're going to try it again, but this defense is just ready for it. Play call after play call. They force a 3rd and long here. They bring a blitz on the screen, and we cannot get the pass off cleanly, and the Bobcats will punt. Defense back on the field again as the Volunteers start with a screen that is picked up very well. That is Lee Uhas with the catch. That's his 2nd. Now from their own 27-yard line, Uhas motions in. Kimball facing pressure, completes it to Uhas. Needing 6 yards for a 1st down. They'll fake it and complete the pass, but they are a couple yards short, and Tennessee will punt the ball away. A lot of defense being played so far. Newcomb sheds a tackle and has his first real solid gain there of 7 yards. We've tried to establish the ground early on. So far hasn't really worked. Passing game will get us the 1st down. That is Cal Harper. From the 37, 4-man rush. Breda's pass is floated and broken up, but a flag comes in. It's going to be against Chris Prochet for defensive pass interference. That penalty will get us across midfield for the 1st time as Newcomb churns his legs and picks up 7 more. That'll bring him to a 4-yard per run average on his first 6 carries, and now he gets enough for a 1st down. Got to make 3rd down manageable here. Breda trying to escape the pocket, but it collapses, and he is sacked for a 5-yard loss. We are out of field goal range here. It's 3rd down. Got to get to the 30 or the 28-yard line for a 1st, and at least to the 35 for a field goal attempt. And we are not even close. Starting from their own 10, here's the Volunteer offense. Kimball's pass, dumped and picked. And that is Vince Pike, who has now forced both turnovers for this Houma defense. He jarred the ball loose from Damian Herbig earlier on their first drive, and now a pick of Marco Kimball. And Vince Pike is having a career day. The offense will take over deep in Tennessee territory as he undercuts that deep ball. It was still blanket coverage by our corner. Just good coverage all around. We start at their 19-yard line. Breda zips it over the middle, inside the 3. It's goal to go after that Cal Harper reception. At the 2-yard line, Newcomb is the tailback here on this power set, and he will get halfway there. First play of the 2nd quarter. It's pitched out, and Newcomb had absolutely zero chance. Just take care of the football here. Don't try and force anything. Rada steps up, and it's complete at the 3, but now it's Tennessee's defense holding strong here after a turnover. Chip shot field goal for Priest, and he missed it. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Just his second miss all year long, and he just keeps it wide right. Unbelievable. Offensively, this game is an absolutely nightmarish start. Several turnovers, missing a field goal on special teams after starting inside the red zone. This is just, this is frustrating so far. It's still 3-0. We're asking a lot of our defense. First down, Herbig. From the 39, it's going to be a keeper for Kimball, but we are all over it. Henry DeVries, the corner, makes that tackle. They'll give it to Herbig. He's dropped for a loss in the backfield. Loss of 2. Out a couple different players in the backfield. It's 3rd and 11. A good chance to get off the field. They'll sweep it with Herbig, and they will still go backwards. That was a very conservative play call by Tennessee to run the ball on 3rd and 11. Offense gets it back, still scoreless. Rada dumps it off, and Eric Jordan, who has been quiet the last several games, picks up 5 yards. If the offense is going to be good in this game, we need players like Jordan to step up, because he's had a couple of good games, but those are mostly at the start of the year, not so much the middle part of the season. So need him to step up. That's going to be a first down. That's Roland Hasty across the 40. Now we'll hand it off, and Newcomb spins out of a tackle, stays on his feet, and picks up 9 yards. I wish we could have ran the ball better this year. We've had a couple of good games, especially to start the year, but it's kind of gotten worse as the year has gone on, unfortunately for us. I was expecting bigger things, would have loved him to stay in the Heisman race all year long, but it has not worked out that way. 3rd and short, hole opens up, the drive continues. From the 44, it's a draw. Good cuts by Newcomb, but still, just not a lot opening up on a run-by-run basis. We are again approaching field goal range. Rada fires quickly, has a man open inside the 30-yard line. And that was man. I forget what his first name is, but he's out there. Maybe it's Howie Man or something. You fake it on 1st and 10, dump it off to Newcomb. He will shrug off a defender and gets hit down at the 24. That brings up 2nd down and 7 yards. Good looking drive so far. Can we keep it going? Newcomb just runs by a defender and gets the first. In the red zone now, over the middle and complete. A short one to Jordan, picks up 3. And the pistol will throw it. Rada's pass, caught! Touchdown, Houma, finally on the board. It's Cal Harper who makes the catch. Had a big week in Week 10 against ULM, and now comes in for our first score here in this one on the road. Again, it's a packed house, sold-out crowd, and we are in front for the first time. Got a 2-minute drill here, essentially, for the Volunteers. They'll start with the run. Good physical rush there by Herbig. He gains 4 after several yards after contact. Tennessee has all 3 timeouts, plus the warning to use on this drive as Herbig picks up 14 on the ground, and will give them a first. Kimball has time and throws his second pick. And this could be a pretty vital moment in the game. Dominic Maloney. He moved him back to linebacker full-time before last week's episode. And I think it's paying off already. Maloney comes through with the pick right over the heart of the field. He just never saw him there. Pass intended for Juhas. And now we take over at the 46. 1st and 10. Breda, biding time, completes the pass to Hasty. That was a 25-yard completion. Now it's 1st and 10 out of the 2-minute warning, and we're going backwards a little bit. Newcomb's hit down for a loss. Quick snap. It's a screen that we can't actually get off cleanly. Those have not worked at either attempt so far in this first half. And it's 3rd and 11 from the 23. We'll just hand this off and take some time off the clock, or at least force a timeout to be burned. We're going to give Priest a chance now from essentially the middle hash. And the kick from 38 is good this time. And the Bobcats lead by a touchdown. There is still time for the Volunteers, though. 1:20 on the clock, plus 2 timeouts. Pass caught by Juhas, out of bounds at the 40. That's his 5th catch here in the first half. He's got 47 yards. 1st and 10 now for the Volunteers. Kimball's got time to throw and is picked again. And this one might be a pick 6. It's Vince Pike with another one. What a turnaround. This defense is off to the races to open this game up. Their 4th forced turnover, the 3rd from Vince Pike. He forced a fumble. He had a pick earlier, now he's got his 2nd, his 3rd turnover in total, and it's a pick 6 this time off of Marco Kimball. And I am loving this performance so far. Still a minute left to go. One more chance for Tennessee to get points on the board, but a costly mistake by Kimball. They'll burn their 2nd timeout, and we lead 17-3. You gotta love it. Very impressed by our defense so far across all areas. Kimball's pass caught this time up towards the 50-yard line. That's their best offensive play. Ebukam with the catch. Back to throw again. Pocket collapsing. Kimball is taken down in the backfield by Garrison Colclough, who we put in there as the starting end opposites of Dorian Combs. They'll just hand it off. They'll get back to the 50 or so, but they will have to punt to end the first half. And we head to halftime here at Neyland Stadium, and there have been a lot of offensive mistakes, a lot of defensive plays. It's been a very defensive-heavy game, but it's 17-3 Houma. One of our best first-half leads against an SEC school so far in conference play. Now it's about keeping this up. Can the offense find their rhythm officially and really put a couple drives together? Can our defense keep up the pressure and keep forcing turnovers? Just gotta play 2 more good quarters of football to pull off a major upset here. But Tennessee gets off to a nice start here as they start with the football. And finally, Juhas down the sideline for a big gain. Up to the 47-yard line. Juhas has been pretty much the only offense for the passing game. Kimball seems to like throwing to him quite a bit. Now it's Herbig swinging out, and another interception. Kimball throws his 3rd pick, and that is Donnie Gesser, I believe. Donnie Gesser makes the play. He's number 4. That is Gesser, the junior corner. And so far, Kimball has made a lot of mistakes, and we've got to take advantage now as the offense takes over at the 42. Stadium pulse still cranked up a couple of notches here. Newcomb hit ahead. He gains 5. Probably going to rely on the run a bit more with a lead like this as the game continues. But you got to keep the pedal to the metal here if you're the offense and add to your lead. Do not give Tennessee a chance to get back in this ball game. Here's Newcomb trying to cut it back right. Nothing opens up, but 19 carries already, only 50 yards. He's been held in check. We have tried to run the ball quite a bit. Breda floats it up in the perfect spot. Are you kidding me? What a play. He and Cal Harper have a fantastic connection. You will not see a throw better than this. This is blanket coverage on the sideline, and Breda puts it in the absolute perfect spot where only Harper can get this. I mean, what a throw. What a throw. I am not going to get over that play anytime soon. That is one of the best throws I have ever seen a quarterback make in this game. Absolutely stunning. And we jump up by 3 touchdowns now after trailing 3-0 and missing a field goal. I was worried that the missed kick might come back to bite us later on. But if we can keep this up, I don't have to worry about it. 3rd and 1 for Tennessee. They will hand it off, and Herbig will convert. There's still quite a bit of time left to go, though, so we can't really call this game over at this stage. But we have been dominant on defense. Offense has had a couple of really promising drives. And so far, we look better than we did against both Alabama and Texas. So I really cannot complain. Very impressed by this performance so far. Can we keep it up, though? Kimball will throw it. We bring a 5-man rush, but it's picked up well. And Tennessee has it inside the 40. Kimball will pitch it out, and there is a lot of space on the outside for Herbig. Out of bounds at the 27-yard line, one of their best-looking drives of the ball game. They will keep it with Kimball, but Jaquez Bichelle comes through. It's a loss of 4. Now they'll call a play fake. Kimball launches and completes it across the line to gain for a 1st down. Back to throw. Kimball faces pressure and completes it again. Inside the 2-yard line, down at the 1. It's goal to go, Volunteers. They will give it to Herbig for the score. And Tennessee has their first touchdown of the game. This game is not over. Not even close. Long way to go for the offense here. 90 yards between us and the end zone as we start the drive with the run. It's a gain of 4 for Kiki Newcomb. We lead by 2 scores. Got under half the quarter left to play. Then the 4th after that, there's Breda getting sacked for a loss of about 5 yards. Tennessee clearly not giving up yet. 3rd and long. We finally complete the screen, but it's not going to be enough to convert. And now Tennessee looks to sandwich that 3-and-out by the Bobcats with a pair of touchdowns. That'll get them back within 1 score as they start with a screen here. It's a gain of 4. But a short field to work with. You're going to go only 58 yards from the initial starting place, the 42, to again close the gap to only a single touchdown. They'll hand it off, and there's a hole opening up for Herbig. Ground game has been pretty good so far, pretty well established for Tennessee. We have seen this time and time again against this defense. But can Kimball bring down those turnovers and take care of the football? The answer's no! Right on cue, he throws a pick as pressure was right in his face, and he just had to get rid of it. Henry DeVries makes the play, and Kimball is having one of his worst games all season long. This defense has turned things up quite a bit. That's a pretty big stop there to take away momentum from Tennessee. Now the offense gets it back, but is going backwards. Loss of 2 for Newcomb. I feel like one more score should be pretty decisive for this game, but it's easier said than done. Cal Harper with his 6th catch now eclipses over 100 yards on the day. Newcomb, the handoff on 3rd down, hits the gap and gets us to the 40. In the pistol, we will fake the handoff. Breda slings it to the receiver, coming back to it. It's Cal Harper. A 19-yard catch there, now on the fringe of the red zone. Breda underneath to Jordan. 2nd down, it's a handoff and a 1st down for Tyreek Mulligan. We got an injury timeout. Not sure if that was for us or for Tennessee. We'll have to check after the game. Goal to go. It's a handoff, and bursting inside the 5 is Newcomb. Breda drops back, running, eyeing for the end zone, fights his way in for a rushing score. And the Bobcats extend their lead to 3 touchdowns once again. Final play of the 3rd quarter. Tennessee will fire a strike, and a great open field tackle prevents the touchdown. That was Chuck Carter out there in coverage. The quarter comes to an end with Tennessee on the move, trailing by 21. This would be quite the comeback if Tennessee can pull this off. 1 quarter left to play, and they will lose about 11 yards as Darren Kennedy picks up his 1st sack of the contest. They're back to their own 39-yard line. 2nd and 21. This defense just throwing haymakers right now at this offense. 3rd down. And it is incomplete. And traffic. And the rest of this game is 4-down territory for the Volunteers. They need the 40 for a 1st down, and they will not get there. It's going to be Bobcats ball. Great tackle right there. Just an inch or so short of the line to gain. The offense comes out, starter still out there as space opens up on the outside for Newcomb. And we are probably 1 score away, a field goal or a touchdown, from putting this game out of reach. And off to Newcomb, nothing there. And on 3rd down, there is space right up the gut for Newcomb to convert. Busy day for him, now 26 carries. But I like that volume a lot. Now draining some clock. Mulligan tumbles forward. Derek Rendon shaken out for the Volunteers. 2nd down. Handing off. Another hole opens up. 1st down for Newcomb. From the 29. A pump fake. And now a catch to Cheridor. Or a catch by Cheridor. Excuse me. That sets up 2nd and 2. Newcomb back out there, a yard away from the red zone. Breda keeps it and absorbs the sack at the 28. 3rd down and 9 for the offense, and we will just take a field goal instead here on this drive to go up by 4 scores. Avery Priest about 45 yards away. Center of the field. Got it. Kimball launches and has his pass knocked away on the first play of their next drive. It's looking like a pretty bad loss here for Tennessee, but they will get a score right here, it looks like, as Houma zooms up the numbers for a 75-yard touchdown. Maybe it's not quite over. Maybe not, but still a lot of ground to make up for the Volunteers, but at least the fans can cheer on for something. They will go for 2 to close it to a 2-score game if they get both 2-point conversions, but it's still a 3-score game as they can't convert. So a 3-and-out forced by the Tennessee defense. Will that give them any life? That pass is a bit off the mark. I think he was trying to find Herbig there. 2nd down and 10, under half the quarter left to play. It's Ebukam. Ball's out, but it's scooped up by a Volunteer. Not sure who initially jarred that ball loose, but this defense came to play, man. They are forcing fumbles. They have picked off Kimball 5 different times. What more can you ask for? 4th down and 5. We've also had 1 4th down stop. And we're not going to get one here. Another big play for Tennessee. It's going to be a touchdown. 68 yards. And this game is not over. All of a sudden. And kind of curiously here, they're not going to go for 2. They'll just take the PAT, but a 2 would have cut the game down to 10. It's the field goal plus a touchdown. Still a lot of football left to play, and we're going to get the ball back. Leading by 11. Needing to drain some clock and or score to really shut the door completely here. We'll hand it off to Newcomb. He gains only 2. That was Chuck Carter, by the way, getting burnt in coverage by Kwabena Hag on the touchdown. Prior to that, it was Donnie Gesser in coverage with a bad angle by Vince Pike, the safety who has played very well regardless of that play or not. 3rd and 2, trying to avoid a 3-and-out. Do not want to give them the ball back, and we are going to get enough for a 1st down, just barely. That will definitely let us strain a lot more of the time away. Good protection. Pass is caught by Breda. Should be seeing only runs the rest of the way now, unless we get to a 3rd and long or something. But I would expect us to run the ball with us approaching the 2-minute warning. That's going to be a 1st down run for Newcomb. Out of the warning, power formation. It's flipped out to Newcomb. Surging ahead, and now he's hurt. Please don't be anything serious. Again, it usually never is, but you just never know. 2nd and 7 now as we bring in Tyrone Myslinski. And he will gain 2. 3rd down and 5. We will hand it off and convert Myslinski right up the guts. And that is a costly conversion for this Tennessee defense. You cannot really afford to do that. They got 1 timeout left. A 1st down should end the game. Mulligan breaks a tackle, but is pushed out of bounds. That will stop the clock and will avoid their last timeout being used. Mulligan again picks up 1. Volunteers now out of timeouts. A 1st down. We'll put it to rest, and we get it on the ground with Myslinski. And it's victory formation for the Bobcats. What a win. We came in here through 2 picks on back-to-back plays and went down by 3 early. But this defense really stepped up and gave us every chance to win. The offense had some really promising moments after starting off slow, really brought things under control, and this was a statement resume building win. That was awesome. And this win will get us to 500 in conference play and drop Tennessee to 500 as well, as they pick up their 3rd overall loss on the year. They are 7-3, as are we. Kimball, 19 for 30, 366, 2 touchdowns, but we picked him off 5 times. What a job by this defense. Rada goes 20 for 27, 239, 2 scores, had 2 early picks, but really played well after I was talking about potentially benching him if that were to keep up. But he really bounces back, plays well. The ground game was definitely held in check, at least with Newcomb as the tailback, but Mulligan, Myslinski both had plenty of solid runs. Newcomb had several runs as well that were solid, with about 60 yards after contact and 4 broken tackles, a $121 on 33 carries. He was heavily involved. Herbig, about 5 yards per carry, but being down for most of this game, it's hard to run the ball with regularity. Receiving-wise, couple of big scores for Uhas and Kwabena Hag, as Houma had a big day from Cal Harper, a $127, 2 touchdowns. Now back-to-back really strong weeks by him. Had a couple of sacks as well, with 1.5 from Colclo, 1 from Kennedy, and 0.5 from Tevin Hippenhammer, but none for Dorian Combs, to my surprise. But how about Vince Pike? 2 INTs, 2 forced fumbles, just insane from him. Picks from Gesser, DeVries, and Maloney, and recoveries by Chuck Carter. Kicking-wise, had a missed chip shot field goal from Priest, but it ends up not costing us at all. And it looks like we have no injuries coming out of that game, so Newcomb should be okay and ready to go for our Week 12 game, which I believe is going to come against Vanderbilt. And that is the case. We have Vanderbilt, who has not won a game at least through the first 10 weeks in conference play. We end the year against the Aggies. Both games come at home in Houma. In recruiting, looking at Kevin Neely, the last player on our recruiting board. We've already offered 15 scholarships so far. That is how many players we need to bring in. Neely is going to be a 3-star gem with some really solid finesse moves as a speed rusher. Not seeing strength anywhere on this. I know he's got 74 strength and just below 80 speed. Not bad, actually. Pretty impressive. Dom Duck, also a 3-star gem. He's got good power moves, good strength, better speed than Neely, so I kind of like Dom Duck more. And we're also targeting Trent Bouchelle, but I think I'm going to focus on Dom Duck first, and then we'll go after Bouchelle and Neely after him. But defensive end, currently a need for us. We got to bring in at least 1 player. Might bring in 2 of these 3 players if we end up doing that, because I think we have some space to bring in a few extra players over the 15 scholarships that we actually need. We're going to send the house for Dom Duck, and we will get him up to 65 hours. And for Bouchelle, Tennessee is actually at the top of his board. We just beat them, so I'm hoping that we are going to be the only team to offer a scholarship. We will use the rest of our points, or most of them, to fill him up. We move to Week 12, and we have added Iosefa Soon from Hawaii to our class, a 4-star linebacker out of Ewa Beach. Hopefully I'm not mispronouncing that. We also bring a middle linebacker, Leon Troop, out of West Monroe and our home state of Louisiana. Those are the only 2 commits, but we have plenty of players in first place with us on their board. Safety Vince Pike rightfully wins Conference Defensive Player of the Week, but nothing else. Now we face the 0-6 in conference Vanderbilt Commodores. In our next episode, We got 2 games left, and we are back in the top 25 at number 22. Maybe there's still hope that we can reach the college football playoff. Maybe it's not over yet if we can blow out these last 2 opponents and also win whatever comes after that. I think there is still a chance that we slip in if we really play well to close the year. So we're 22nd here in the CFP rankings. There's 12 teams that make it, including the SEC champions and a couple other conference champions too. In the coaches poll, we are at number 22, just like the CFP. In the media poll, we are 21. So 21, 22, right in that wheelhouse. In terms of other battles for recruiting, we are still looking at a couple of defensive tackles here, like Tavares Siegler. We're still first place for him, just waiting for him to commit now. And we are first place for Emmett Mohammed, but a couple other teams have visits scheduled towards the end of the season. And I might as well do that too for that Week 13 game against the 4-6 Texas A&M Aggies. Give us the best possible chance to bring him in. We'll do pro potential. We can actually sell him on our school now, so we're going to do that for sure. And we are going to look at the pitch of Workhorse. Completely hard selling. We're going to fill the hours up to a full 70. The third quarterback I'm targeting is Cortez Liggins. We already have 2 other players in Jaden Carter and TJ Fuji, who I think is going to be the best of the 3 guys that we end up bringing in. So there's going to be a battle between 3 4-star quarterbacks and guys already on the roster to become the starting quarterback, because it's Breda's last year. So there are lots of options for us going into our 7th season, and we're going to be seeing a quarterback battle unfold before the year actually begins. And I will schedule a visit for Liggins as well for that Week 13 matchup, and we'll do probably conference prestige. We can start to sell him as well and get him to the max hours available. And right now, by the way, we do have the number 10 overall class in college football with 12 4-stars and no other players so far. We'll probably drop down further because we're not going to make too many more offers. I'm just waiting for the guys that we have already targeted to accept or decline the scholarships. So probably add 4 to 6 more players in total, and that will be it. But right now we have a top 10 class, which would be our highest ranked ever. But that will be the episode, folks. I'll try and get us through the end of the year in these last 2 weeks in one episode next time and see where things go from there. Right now we are back at the top 10 in conference. Still plenty of ground to make up. In fact, we probably don't even have a chance to make the conference championship unless LSU, Bama, and Ole Miss all essentially lose out and we win out. But even then, I think Bama has the tiebreaker over us, so we can't even make the SEC championship game. Now it's just about beating our last 2 opponents badly and hoping that we slip in as a first-round team. But that will be it, folks. Thanks for watching. What a win. A major upset against Tennessee. That'll give us some life to close the year. We've got Vanderbilt then. The Aggies, both teams have struggled and are sub 500, but we cannot underestimate those kinds of teams because we have lost to plenty of those kinds of teams over the last couple of seasons. So we'll see what happens next time. I'll try and close things out, and that will be it. Thanks for watching. Please like the video, subscribe, comment down below, and I'll see y'all next time. Take care. Have a great day.